Behind me I have my two minis, my mini Clubman and my mini JCW. And recently I installed the brand new 2022 mini entertainment system in my 2017 Clubman. We're just going to take a look through that and basically go through all the features of this new entertainment system. If you haven't yet, please subscribe as we really appreciate it and it helps us out more than you can imagine. My name is Ethan and welcome to Car Creations. Alright, let's get into the video. Hopefully it's not too hot in here, but far be it for me to remove my toque. That wouldn't be my style whatsoever, would it? Okay, so let's get to this entertainment. I'm just going to open the door a little bit. Just a crack. So, first of all, we get to the main screen here. And this screen is kind of, how should I describe it? It's kind of like the widgets you'd have on an Android home screen. So as you scroll through, you have these different options here. You have your Apple CarPlay, you have about your Mini, so like miles per gallon and that sort of stuff. And it's pretty customizable what you have in this spot. And then you have your media or your radio. And here you'll see the album art for whatever song you're playing. Then you have communication, and this is synced right from your phone. So it shows, basically it shows the day. You have Mini Connected. So if you have any trips or anything planned with Mini Connected, it'll show right here. The notifications, this will show if you have any services required on your car, which I have an oil change due. So I have a little red Mini right there. It's a little red Mini hat. It's not a little red Mini Clubman. So, oh well. And then we have navigation here, which I currently don't have the GPS dongle, so you don't see anything here, but I will be adding that in the future. Before we get into this video, if you have a car that isn't a 2022 and you really want this entertainment system, take a look at this video here and we'll be able to show you how to install this in your car. So this car is actually a 2017 Mini Clubman, and you'll notice that I have the new 2022 entertainment system in it. So we'll show you how to install that, and if you're interested, you can contact me and we can show you how to get set up with it. Now, the only thing you can't see because I don't have it installed is if you have the digital cluster up here, the theme that you choose. So there's two themes. There is the dark theme and then the light theme, kind of like what you have here. It's kind of a blue color. That will show up in your display up here. It's hard to show here, but that is something that you have. This home screen, you can rearrange these and which way you want. So you just go up and you click that little icon there, and then you can just move these around. And depending on however you move them is however this is going to look. Now, because of that feature, we actually have one of my annoyances, and that's if you automatically just want to press menu on your iDrive cluster down here. If you want to, say, get into settings here. So if I click menu, it doesn't. It literally just takes you to reorganizing these widgets. So that's a little bit annoying. In order to get to settings, you actually have to either move your iDrive controller over and scroll down to Mini, or you have to go and click that. But before we go there, let's just start from the top and go down and go through all the options that this entertainment system has. If you ever had an iDrive system, or if you've ever had the older Mini entertainment system with the round circle here and the apps around it, it's kind of like that. This one's a little bit more confusing because say you're scrolling through here and you want to get to one of these, you think that you should just keep scrolling to get to these options around here, but you actually have to tilt your iDrive controller over and then you can scroll through these. So it's a little more confusing, but it does look better in my opinion, and it's optimized for touchscreen. It's a lot easier to touch all these things and it does look better. So let's start with media. So here you can obviously save your radio stations, your music collection, you have all that stuff there. If you go here to tone, this is cool because you can move this around to show where you want the sound to come from. And then we come to communications, and here we can show your phone in Apple CarPlay, we can show your contacts in Apple CarPlay, we can show your calls in Apple CarPlay, we can dial numbers for Apple CarPlay, you can just do voice or you can type it in, manage your mobile devices. So I can change settings for my iPhone. You have Mini Assist, and here you basically just have the phone numbers for these specific departments at Mini. So roadside assistance, customer support, service center, you name it. And then we have voice memos, so we can quickly record a voice memo, and then we get to navigation. And here it's not that interesting because it's all exactly the same as what we had before, just the new flatter design. But once again, you can enter your new destinations, you can see your map here. And as you can see right now, we're right in the middle of the ocean. And that is because we don't have the GPS in here right now. And then you can show the maps on Apple CarPlay. You can show your trips that you've created. and then settings, obviously. Now we're coming to the more interesting thing. So we have mini here, and we have vehicle settings, and we can change the lighting in here. And so we can change how bright we want the interior lighting. We can do exterior lighting, and you can, so when you hit the turn signal, oops, that's not the turn signal. You can change how many times the indicator would turn on, and then you can also change how long you want your pathway lights to light up when you leave the car. And then we have the doors / key. So here you can change, so when you beep, unlock your car, it will unlock all doors or just the driver's door, and it shows you right here on the little car icon here what doors it's changing. And then for the split rear doors, because we're a Clubman, when we click the boot unlock, it will tell us what will happen. So for example here, the split doors will only open after it's being unlocked first, or all the doors will unlock with the split doors, or it will just lock them. But we just have the split doors unlocking. And then also you can change whether or not you want it to lock automatically, lock after starting the drive, unlock at the end of the trip, and then if it's going to flash when it locks or unlocks. Next we have speed warning, obviously off. If you look here, someone set the last warning at 6 kilometers an hour. Imagine it warning you, oh, you passed 6 kilometers an hour, you better slow down. And then we configure green right here, so it shows us the efficiency with whoever we change these. So apparently my efficiency is quite good at 90%. And then comfort ventilation, so you can set it to automatically start ventilating your car. You leave from work every day at 4 p.m. and so you could set it to ventilate for 5 minutes before you get in the car, so it's not as hot. Then we come here to system settings, and here once again you can connect your devices, you can change your language, you can change your displays here. So this is the settings for the displays. So the control display, you have your center screen, and then instrument panel, we can change the dash up here. Obviously we don't have the digital dash, but if you did, there'd be more settings. Center instrument, so once again we can display what we want on this little ring out here. So I have it set at just engine speed, but you can change it to, so that's RPMs, but you can change it to the car speed or ambient lighting or the color scheme of the car, anything like that. So if I change to like color scheme, it's going to be blue. Actually, that's super cool. I'm going to leave it at that. That's kind of cool. That's actually color that this display didn't do before. So if that's the case, I wonder if my car could display other colors in there. I like that color. I'm just going to leave it there for a bit. I don't know like how well you guys can see that, but that color you don't normally see. And then we have event displays. So what this thing will display. So like the heartbeat is when you lock it, it will go like that in red. Navigation, as you're getting closer to your turn, the white ring will get smaller and smaller. Parking assistant, the yellow ring will help you park. Telephone, it's going to go ding 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 when you're phoning. And then Bluetooth, it will show that you're trying to connect Bluetooth, and it'll go. And then climate, you'll see the white thing go back and forth to blue or red. And then tone, so if you're turning up and down the volume, you'll see the volume up there, which is useful because you're driving along, you just want to change the volume. You can actually see out your peripheral vision how loud it is. I mean, you can also hear it too, but. And then we have color scheme, which isn't working in this yet. We hope to code it so it works. But if you change to sport, it basically goes to like a dark color. But yeah, we couldn't get that to work, but we will get it to work. And then we have date and time, so you can change your time zones and all that fun stuff. You can change your units, so Canada, we're so mixed up. For some reason, we use miles per gallon, but distance is kilometers, whatever. So I want miles per gallon and kilometers, all that kind of stuff. And then tone, once again, this is where you can change all your treble, bass, balance, and then you can move around this again. There's multiple different ways to get to this screen, but this is just one of them. And then we can change notifications, so then pop-ups. So pop-ups is like, say you're driving for 4 hours straight, it's gonna pop up and say, you've been driving for 4 hours, why don't you take a little break? Which is actually kind of useful. Then we have software update. So my current software version is right here, if you care. And then all this kind of stuff. And then you can getting started, you can change your language, and then you can delete personal data if you wish, which is nice to have that privacy setting. So right here we have contents of the main menu. So this is a little bit different than what we had before. Basically that little circle widget that we saw on the home screen, we can change that to whatever we want. Then we have driving modes or profiles. Technology and action. So minimalism, for example, this can help you so you can drive nicely, so you can save on gas, We don't need that. You can analyze to see how well you are. And then you have sport displays too, which I don't know why both aren't working right now. Oh, maybe the car should be on. Well, it shows its sport displays. And then we have driving information. So we have the trip computer. So if you're wondering what I get, currently get 26.2 miles per gallon, which isn't that good. Normally get around 30. You can tell that I've been driving up a lot of hills recently. And then trip computer, which you can reset. And then we have the owner's manual, which is super helpful. Oh, that's cool. You can go around to your car and you'd be like, okay, I want to look at doors. Oh, and then I want to look at the integrated key. And then you can find all out about this. So yeah, this is you probably didn't know about this, but now you do. And that's it. Yeah, so that's the owner's manual. Now, finally, we get to apps. So this is where I get my phone out again, because people are asking if the new app works for this. Okay, so this is the new mini app. And sadly, even though that you can tell that this app was built to work with this, it doesn't work for older VINs, which is kind of sad. So unfortunately, we have to go to the other one to get the stuff that this car will work with. Okay, so that's this vehicle. And yeah, there's really not that much you can show here other than average consumption, average speed, kilometers empty, mileage. Other than that, this app is kind of useless if you don't have all the connected features, which I don't in this car. I do with the JCW though, so when I update that entertainment system, I'll be able to show you how it all works together. Okay, so let's go back to apps here. So once again, we have the mini connected, which we're just in, and then you also have Find Mate. So you know those little things where you can hook onto your luggage, so you could find where your luggage is in case you lost it. I use them for a little bit, but they're kind of more of a gimmick than anything else. Oh, you can show you mini calendar. That's cool. And yeah, so that's everything that you have with this entertainment system. Hopefully you found it helpful. The only thing I didn't go over was the car settings itself. So let's quickly do that now. So if we click here, vehicle status, but we need the car on. Hopefully that's not too loud. So now we can go to vehicle status and we can have a look at stuff here. So we have the flat tire monitor, which is super helpful. Engine oil, so you can measure engine oil. So that's just, why don't we just measure engine oil? Start measurement. We need to be a 30-minute long drive. Don't have time for that. Okay. And then you can go to see, make sure your systems are okay. All systems are good. And then you can see if service is required. And once again, it says engine oil. Because we checked it up there, it just means that we need a service. Which says we need it in 3,000 kilometers. So, coming up soon. All right, so one of the biggest changes basically is that it's a lot more flat. It's more modern. It's more colorful than before, and yeah, it looks really good. If you're used to the old system, thankfully a lot of the things are in exactly the same place, but there's some changes and some more features that it's added. If you have any questions or comments, I'll answer as soon as possible, so pop them in the comments below. We'd appreciate it if you leave a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, so then we come to memos, so you can quickly say, hey, I want a quick voice memo. Remind me I want a new pair of socks. Thank you. We can play it. Well, for some reason it won't let me play it. I mean, if you record a voice memo, you'd think you would want to play it, but I guess you can record your diaries on here and then put it on a USB stick and then write your memos later when you get home.